All right, so today's the Daily Dose, and we're in James chapter 3, verse 2. And here's what James does in chapter 3. Really, in chapter 1 and in chapter 2, he's giving us marks of maturity. He says in chapter 1 that the mark of maturity is how well we deal with suffering and how we're obedient to the word. In chapter 2, he talks about the mark of maturity and how we live with faith and works, how those go hand in hand. Now, here's the mark of maturity in chapter 3. It talks about how believers handle their words and their speech. And so listen to verse 2 of chapter 3. He says, James says this, "We all stumble in many ways. Anyone who is never at fault in what they say is perfect, able to keep their whole body in check." So James is saying that one of the marks of maturity is what we say with our words. Our words are never meant to be careless. And sometimes we're not careful with our words. Now, he alludes to this in chapter 1, verse 26. James talks about how in the next verse, in 27, he says that pure religion, faultless kind of religion is when you love and you care for widows. But in 26, he talks about how if we can keep a tight rein and control our tongue, like that's huge. So we need to learn to focus on our words. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to jot down, remember when we did the series of Winning the War in Your Mind, we did a thought audit? I want you to do a word audit today. I want you to jot down any careless words. What's a careless word? Well, it could be a word spoken out of turn. It could have been an interruption. It could have been, you could have cut somebody off. Or cut someone down. Or it could have been a careless word because you weren't accurate, or you were deceptive, or just a careless word. I want you to do a word audit today, and then we're going to come back tomorrow and see what James says about our tongues. I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Dose.